So we look for people who are great leaders of people because they genuinely care about people, and I think we're lucky at Virgin. That's the kind of people we've got. There's a very thin dividing line between success and failure when you start a business from scratch. And if you don't have enough money to pay the bills, you go the wrong side of that dividing line. And if you can somehow get enough money to pay the bills, you stay the right side of that dividing line. I've always been running faster than perhaps I should, and have great difficulty saying no to things. So keep on taking on new things. And we've just managed to stay the right side of the dividing line the last 50 years in business. But equally, in those early days, when you're starting a business without any financial backing, it's easy to slip the wrong side. And in fact, most entrepreneurs do slip the wrong side. The important thing is then just to pick yourself up and start again. And if it doesn't work at that time, keep going until you do succeed, and not to give up.
Richard Branson is a businessman and entrepreneur of Virgin. His tip to become successful is to never give up on your dreams. He says that there's two sides of starting a business: failure and success. You may fail, but you have to pick yourself up and start again. That's how you're going to reach success. Of course, it helps to have lucky breaks, but it takes creativity and hard work to really become successful. When creating his business, he believes that leaders have to be compassionate and bring out the best in others. You have to genuinely care about other people. Branson is excited to say that he finally achieved spaceflight, but when asked what he wants to do with his future, he wants to work the rest of his life towards doing good things for the better of humanity. Branson is a prime example that you need to reach for the stars and never give up on your dreams.
I think he's right. I think you do need lucky breaks to be successful. I've had enormous amounts of luck. First of all, in my personal life, I've done foolish things like trying to fly around the world in balloons, or trying to break transatlantic boating records and so on. And I've ended up being pulled out of the sea 5 times by helicopters. In business, there've been many moments. When we launched Virgin Atlantic, when I had a record company, people thought we were completely mad to go from having a record company to going into the airline business. And my bank thought I was absolutely mad. And when we arrived back from our inaugural flight, the bank manager was sitting on my doorstep and telling me that they were going to foreclose on the whole of the Virgin little empire. And fortunately, over the weekend, I managed to scramble enough money together from various licensees we had around the world to get rid of that bank and move on to another bank. To create a business, you've got to initially work day and night, weekends. It's really hard work. But lots of people do that and do not succeed. And so those of us who have succeeded do need to say, do need to thank our lucky stars for the breakthroughs that got us to the top.
What is a company? A company is a group of people, and that really is all a company is. And so if you're going to have a group of people together, they must be happy people. And if they're going to be happy people, they've got to be led by somebody who is happy themselves, who loves people, who cares generally about people, who looks for the best in people, who is somebody who doesn't criticize, but who praises and brings out the best in people. So we look for people who are, great leaders of people because they genuinely care about people. And I think, we're lucky at Virgin. That's the kind of people we've got. Now, if a company brings in somebody into a company that's not that kind of person, they can destroy a company very quickly. If you destroy the morale in a company, it's very, very difficult to get that morale back. And so we try generally to promote from within our companies, so we know people's strengths and weaknesses before we promote them. We do sometimes bring people in from outside, and we try very hard to make sure that they're the kinds of people that we'll get on with.
Well, see, I think the thing, I don't actually see this in the daredevil. I've climbed mountains, I've crossed oceans in balloons and boats, and had lots of wonderful, wonderful adventures. This, I suppose, is maybe not, I hope it's not the culmination of pretty extraordinary, wonderful things. Yeah, it's definitely, this week, when you think about it, the last time I talked to you was dropping a week ago, dropping a giant rocket from a 747 into orbit with Virgin Orbit, our sister company, and then a week or so later, being propelled into space from a mothership that we built. I'm going to wake up tomorrow and think, I don't know, maybe by tomorrow I'll come down. We have a lot of challenges, whether it's, there's a lot of challenges going on in the world. We have a lot of foundations that are trying to tackle those challenges. And I will devote the next 20, 30 years of my life to, working with my kids and the wonderful team of people at Virgin and trying to tackle all the various issues of the world. I think, the fact that I can pick up the phone, get through to anybody, so obviously a day like this makes it even easier. Means that it can cut through a lot of the red tape, and if we're trying to, get more of the ocean protected, or if we're trying to get companies to do more on climate change, or if we're trying to change the laws on drug regulation and try to get countries to treat drugs as a health problem, not a criminal problem, if we're trying to, help the gay community in Uganda, from being locked up for life or executed for being gay, we'll use every opportunity we can to, get these things out and about.
Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.